My wife cheated on me 6 months ago with a man 10 years younger after 18 years together. So, this is what happened. I found out almost 6 months to the day that my wife/best friend had been cheating me on for almost 3 years. We have been together for 18 years, in the last 18 years I have never dreamed about wanting any women other than her, and I thought the feelings were mutual. The past 3 years she became distant, secretive, on her phone constantly in a separate room. I would constantly ask her, "Is everything okay?" Her reply was always, "Yes, why do you ask?" Then about a year ago she would start asking me, "Are you seeing someone else?" I was floored that she would even ask me that question. I have always been an open book. I've never had a social account like Facebook or any social account to speak of, and my cell phone was always an open book for her. She even had the password to unlock it, all my email account login and passwords, etc. Then on the morning of Saturday, June 25, 2022, we were sitting on the sofa drinking coffee. She was being distant, and I asked her, "Who are you seeing?" She broke down and told me she had been seeing a contract worker for the past 2.5 years. I asked her who. She told me. He was 10 years younger than her, married with 4 kids. I broke down. I was devastated. My life was and still is shattered. All respect and trust for the past 18 years died that day. I was the kind of husband that never had a bad thing to say to my wife in front of her or behind her back. I always encouraged her in any endeavor she attempted. I told her many, many times how beautiful, intelligent she was, and how much I truly loved her. I tried to show her love in the simplest ways, holding hands alone and in public. I always felt like she had my back no matter what, and she knew I had her back. Now I feel like I have just wasted 18 years of my life. I feel like for the past 18 years whenever I kissed her at the door while leaving for work and she told me she loved me, it was a lie. She has been very remorseful. She has broken down on various occasions in the past 6 months, still begging for forgiveness. She has cut off all contact with the guy, deleted all social apps, even called him up in front of me on speakerphone telling him it was over and to never contact her again, or else she or I would be contacting his wife letting her know what a lowlife he also is. She even gave me all logins and passwords to all her accounts, email, other apps, bank accounts, and credit cards. She told me she made the biggest mistake in her life by carrying on an affair and that losing me would devastate her life forever. My problem is, I can't accept her apology. I do not trust her, and I still consider her to be a liar. I know it's only been 6 months, but I still feel the same. I honestly don't know if I can ever trust her again the way I feel now. I feel useless as a man. I've lost my self-respect as a person, and it hurts so much to even think about what she has done to me. When we are alone I see them two together all the time. I feel the best course of action is to move on, even though I still love her. This is the update, December 8, 2022. I did inform the lover's wife about everything that transpired between him and my wife. I supplied her with dates and hotel receipts my wife provided. She has since booted his butt out the door and is in the process of filing for a divorce. As for me, I am also in the process of filing for divorce. I have decided for my emotional well-being, divorce was the only option left for me. Knowing that I will be cutting all legal ties with my spouse has helped me heal emotionally on a large scale. I know now that there is nothing wrong with me and I did nothing to deserve this type of betrayal. I am happy knowing I will be moving on with my life. I am very sorry that you're in this situation. You might still love her, but she does not love you. Her betrayal wasn't an accident or a mistake, but a deliberate and repeated act. You have a lot of healing to do, and you must choose the best way to handle that. I wish you all the best moving forward. Great update. Sometimes cheating is just a deal breaker. Any cheating is hard to deal with. 5 years is a long time and moves it toward the top of the scale. It is much better to make the decision now as opposed to 5 years down the road after a failed reconciliation attempt. Your progress in healing and feelings at this point are a clear indication that you made the right decision for you. Good luck. Thanks, Ranger. Advice I've received on Reddit has helped me so much in dealing with everything that has happened in the last 6 months. I know I am making the right decision moving on. So glad you are moving on without a liar and a cheater. IMO, there's so coming back from this. For someone to pull off that level of deception, it's completely sociopathic. The good thing is that decent loyal people like us are in high demand, just have to navigate through the liars and cheaters. And maybe one day, we will be in a relationship with mutual real love and respect. Here's to happier and brighter days ahead, my friend. OP, thanks Rivers. I know moving on will be hard because I will be more judgmental when I do meet someone. I guess being battled scared does that to you. If I do find someone it will be a plus, smiley face. I hear you, I'm nowhere near ready to meet anyone, still too traumatized. I just don't know how I'll ever trust someone again. These evil destroy so much, it's criminal. But, I refuse to let be the last man I love. Wishing you peace and joy, my friend. OP, thanks Rivers. No doubt one day you will meet someone who will knock your socks off LOL. Take care and stay strong. Well done. Cheaters should be fully exposed whenever possible. I'm glad you told the lover's wife. She deserved to know too. Sadly, studies show that 96% of cheating spouses whom are forgiven and remain in the primary relationship, will cheat again on their primary partner. I strongly believe that infidelity is a hard red line. She betrayed you when she spread her legs for another man. She won't ever respect you as a husband again. You did the right thing by initiating divorce. You can never trust anything she says as she lied to your face for years. And you didn't marry her to be a jail guard looking over her shoulder to ensure she remains faithful. Best thing you can do now is to let the lawyers handle things and go completely no contact with her. Do not return phone calls, emails, etc. Block her on all social media, rid yourself of her presence and don't dwell on it. Move on with your life. It will make your emotional healing go faster. OP, thanks Enchfadik. We are actually doing this as an uncontested divorce. She has already signed all the necessary documents and they have been notarized. I have turned all the documents in at our county courthouse. Just waiting on my court date now, smiley face. I am healing already. Ig about anyone else, but generally when I make a mistake I don't repeatedly make that mistake again for the next 5 years. I always hate that excuse she wasn't constantly slipping and falling for her lover's charms and getting stuck that way for 5 years. She made a choice and in choices has consequences. OP, no kidding LOL, sure wasn't a mistake on her part, only my part. Congrats. Infidelity is a deal breaker for most, and you shouldn't push yourself to reconcile if you aren't up for it. Your wife had a multi-year affair, the multitude of lies told to justify and hide what happened is unfathomable. Given the severe lack of trust and respect, moving on would honestly be the easier choice for most. I hope you aren't taking this to fault and blaming yourself. Your wife's affair isn't so much a reflection on you, but on herself. OP, thanks Mockingbird. I did blame myself at first and found myself to be ashamed and worthless, but not now. I did nothing wrong but trust and love the wrong woman. I am happy with who I am and what my life still holds before me, smiley face. I love this update. I can tell you that in the 25+ years I was with my girl, she cheated on me with 3 different men, ended up leaving me for the last one and marrying him. Left me devastated, but I am 7 years past her being gone, and I can't tell you how happy I am that she's out of my life. Do I miss some good times with her? Yes I do. But I don't miss always wondering if something's going on. You can't continue on like that. Push forward, and there's plenty of women out there that have been cheated on by their man looking for somebody who's faithful and loving. Good luck OP, thanks nobody, / I can't live with someone I can't trust, ever. If the right woman comes around it will be a plus. If not, I will still be living a much happier life being free of a cheater. I am very sorry you're dealing with this, but I'm glad you are healing. Your situation sounds utterly terrible, but you're surviving it. Thanks for sharing your story for those of us who are in some version of this. OP, I wish this on no one. If I had survived, at least I could have healed a wound. I'm 66 and the thought of starting over scared me at first, but not anymore. I am a healthy, young 66, still work full-time and still enjoy life to the fullest. I have confidence in my future. I'm happy you choose to heal after such betrayal. How did she take it? And has she contact lover again after? OP, thanks Evelyn. She is still taking it very hard but accepting my decision. She has not contacted the lover and has no reason to lie about anything to me anymore since our divorce will be final in the eyes of the law come sometime June of next year. We are still friends and will always be friends but never a couple again. That bridge has burned. Good for you. Now is time to focus on you, your emotional health, hobbies, friends and family. Keep support and loving people around you. Cheaters have poor character and no morals. They are broken. You have a very bright future ahead of you. OP, thanks comfortable. I know my future is going to be great moving forward.